What's up? This is Brett Scallions with Fuel. You got it tuned in right here, loud and proud, with Brigade-Radio-One.
I had a bad day again. Home and now I feel contagious.
You're listening to Brigade-Radio-One.
I got a question for you. What's it like getting up in the morning and being like, man, I'm Poncho Sanchez. Dude, like, brother, did you know I am Poncho Sanchez? Like,
yeah, don't forget to take out the trash and put some dog food down there for the dogs right away because they like to go downstairs right away.
All of a sudden you're grounded. You wake up and you're like, Poncho Sanchez. And then all of a sudden the wife says, okay, now here's your list.
Yeah.
We're looking at a Remo drum, right? The Pancho Sanchez model. This thing is pretty special.
This is the, they call this model the Molten Sea model. I've been with Remo for about 20 years now. And he's just the next exit up the freeway here, you know. And Remo Belli was a very, very close friend of mine. Of course, he passed a couple of years ago. But the company is still going very strong. I was just there 2 weeks ago. And so we had made 4 different models of Poncho Sanchez conga. There was the El Conguero model and Signature Series model. And then I also am involved with them making the synthetic conga heads. These conga heads, the actual conga head that we hit, it's synthetic. Now, in the old days, the conga head, the top of the drum, is made from an animal's belly, like a side of in the old days, like in Africa, where the conga comes from, like a zebra or whatever, they would stretch it on top of the conga drum, you know what I mean? And they used to make a hollow out of shell of a conga out of a tree stump, you know what I mean? That's way back when in Africa. Nowadays, we got synthetic heads, and the amazing thing about these drums and synthetic heads is Remo Belli himself, back in the late 50s, early 60s, he changed the whole drum world. Drummers, drum set, trap set drummers, everybody used to use calf heads in the 40s and 50s on the trap set, on the drum set. And he is the first guy to take in a plastic snare head into a couple of groups and tell them, hey man, try this out. And everybody said, it's plastic, it's ridiculous, They play and they go, wow, but it sounds crispy and clean, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, long story short, he changed the whole drum world because I don't know anybody use calf heads on drums no more. They use Remo synthetic heads. Well, he came to me 20 years ago and said, Poncho, I want to see about making some synthetic conga heads for congas. I said, it ain't going to work because on a conga drum, it has to have that natural sound, wood, conga shell. He changed everything and surprised me. I worked with him on these heads for about a year. I would come over here once a month, and now we have 4 different types of synthetic conga heads. And now, I don't know any conga drummers that use real conga heads. Everybody uses synthetic drum heads. So he changed the drum world and the conga world. Twice he did it, you know what I mean? So anyway, Remo Belli was the greatest, man.
Wow, man, that's like an artistic appreciation in a matter of minutes from one Grammy-winning legend about another legend in a way that, that's not something I expected to get out of this conversation. So I appreciate you for that because now I feel like I'm ready to rip. I think I'm ready to book myself some conga lessons. All right. Because that looks pretty hip. I actually saw you. I've seen you play live several times. You used to play live at Lava Lee.
Yeah.
And I love that setting for you. It was an intimate set. You know what? One of the things about you, Pancho, I'll say is the crowd embraces you and the crowd loves you, but you love them back. Like when you're playing live, man, it is such a mutual respect society. Like people are there because they appreciate your artistry, but you understand like, hey, I'm here for you. And I've seen you at the Conga Room and I've seen you at Lava Lee where you're like, all right, let's tell a few stories and burn this house down, and here we go. And it's been such a special occasion, man.
Yeah, well, we worked Lava Lee for a long time, like 18 years.
It's a bummer it's gone.
Yeah, and it's gone now. Well, they changed into a sports bar or something, or a restaurant or something.
Sign of the time.
But
it's a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. But it's good. I mean, everything's good. We had our great times there. and we used to perform there whenever. That was our home away from home. Whenever we were in town, we would play there because we traveled. We were still doing quite a bit of traveling, but in those days, I mean, I was traveling all the time, all over the world. You know?
I owe you a debt because one of the reasons I'm married is because of you. Like, I used to work at the Conga Room. I saw you play live there. I actually thought you recorded a live album there, although Larry kind of...
Yeah, no, see, I'll tell you, you're right.
I am right. Okay.
You're right, because what happened is we recorded we recorded a night at the Conga Room, and then we recorded a night up at Kimball's East. At Yoshi's in Oakland.
Nice.
So what we did, we took several songs from the Conga Room night and several songs from the Yoshi's night and made a record out of that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how. So we did record live.
I was there for that historical night. I worked there at the time, and I remember maybe I don't know, a year and a half later, I saw you leaving Lava Lee and you were crossing Ventura Boulevard, and I rolled down my window and I was dating the woman that became my wife, and I'd be like, "Hey, Poncho," and you stop and you're like, "Hey, man," I'm like, "I just saw you at the Conga Room. I used to work there," and you go, "I thought you looked familiar, brother." And I immediately go, "Oh."
And you got a dog named Willie. And
no, you played it off.
You got a
really
yellow
well,
car.
You played it off. I mean, honestly, from your date at the Conga Room to that conversation was probably a matter of months. But you played it off very sincerely, and I looked good in front of the woman I ended up marrying.
Oh, cool.
I have to thank you
all
for that.
worked out.
I always tell people, like, if I ever see Poncho Sanchez, you know that guy. I'll open up my wallet for that guy. I got him covered.
Yeah.
But I love that. Hey, I want to say...
Here's a $2 bill.
Come on now. Give me a little credit, brother. Real quick, I got two quick questions for you, and it's showtime. You're about to take the stage.
Yeah.
It's a sold-out show, deservedly so. People are here for a great time, great music, and honestly, great memories. You're a Grammy winner. Walk me through the moment when they called your name and brought you up to the stage to hand you that trophy.
Well, it was pretty exciting. I mean, you know,
Exciting, Poncho.
We let's see, we had been nominated, I think 4 times.
Yeah, you were.
Then, something like that. And so I said, I think it's time for me to win. Yeah. And actually, I felt pretty positive going in that day. I actually felt pretty good. And I said, if they don't give it to me today, I ain't coming back no more.
Right.
And they did give it to me. I got the Grammy. And then, let's see, I think it was, I don't know, 7, 8 years later, I got a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Grammys. So
Nice.
they gave me another Grammy. But my band has been nominated 9 times for Grammys.
Much deserved. That moment when they're like, and the winner is, you're thinking what? You're thinking these dudes,
I was thinking
that better be my
me.
name in that envelope. I don't want no La La Land from these guys. That better be me. And they called you, and
it was cool.
Yeah,
I was definitely ready for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it was an honor, man, and it was really nice. And then I'm trying to think. I think we played at the after party. I think we also played at the after party.
Oh, that's a nice way.
I've done a couple of them after parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You better subscribe to this channel before you look uncool.